try not to think too much about what might have been, might have been. How nice if I just could let you in, let you in. I know you could be my remedy, remedy. How long will you keep trying? I know it's not, babe, it's not easy. I guess deep down inside, I knew you could be my remedy. If I gave you my heart, you could tear it apart. And if I tell you how I feel, would you be good to me? Good to me. How nice if I just could let you in, let you in. I know you could be my remedy. How long will you keep trying? I know it's not, babe, it's not easy. I guess deep down inside, I know you could be my remedy.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome back. What a beautiful day it is. A tremendous Tuesday as we kick off a brand new week. Please take a second to like and in particular share today's show. Again, when you share the show, more people see it. On today's show, I want to talk about the Crate Challenge. I want to talk about the fact that the FDA has approved the Pfizer vaccine. What does that mean? I want to share some images with you of what's been happening in terms of the busing situation with CPS schools. Plus, I want to fill in the gaps with superlative flows on people, politics, and pleasure. There's some very interesting things that have been happening within the last 24 hours, and I want to talk about it right here with you right now. So buckle up, get ready. Trigger warning. If you're super sensitive, you might be triggered by something this morning. All right. Parental advisory. This is for adults. However, I'm going to try my best to modify the language. I know a lot of people are out there traveling with their children, and I want you to check out the show every morning. I'm asking the same thing of all of the callers when you call in. Please check it so I don't have to, because I won't hesitate. But I'm going to try my best. All right. Lord, forgive me for my brash delivery. There it is. I got it in during the intro. So let's get things started, shall we? Let's give it about 90 seconds. We'll play the intro, give you a chance to like and in particular share today's show on Facebook. You can share it on your page. You can share it in maybe some Facebook groups where you think there might be people that might like this kind of content. I appreciate you in advance. Good morning. Welcome back. It's the Nathan Ivey Show. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand. I'm back again in like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the for my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, on my totem is nothing. In the discussion, for them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you almost spotted the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talking about old. I'm on they now, can't get a pass now. I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'ma spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the skies the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies. I cannot disguise the truth. I've been duck dog getting in my new merch, color duck sauce on the new couch with my chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat. Get the out of my face. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Let's get into it. How is everyone? Let me step up. Let me start with the choppers this morning. Sharp Rice, good morning. Nate and the choppers, good morning to you. Ray Rice, good risings all. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Man, this crate challenge has been everything. Just some mindless disengagement, just a little bit of fun. I don't wish anybody to get hurt or anything like that. But I'm wondering if there's a metaphor for real life in the crate challenge. I got a few thoughts I want to share with you this morning at 513-873-7134. And now that where you at, Bunky? Now the FDA has approved the Pfizer vaccine. How many people, if you got the vaccine, you took the Pfizer vaccine? And what do you think about this if you're not vaccinated? Like, is this going to make you get vaccinated now because now you got that FDA approval? So you feel like, okay, now this is more responsible. There are going to be some changes, though. I'll tell you in just a bit. What you're going to see now are more mandates. Now that the FDA has approved it, you're going to see more mandates, more businesses, nonprofits, perhaps more people in the workplace are going to be mandated to get the vaccine now that it's been FDA approved. You had the Republican-led state legislature; they passed a bill saying that unless the vaccine was mandated, unless the vaccine was FDA approved, then it couldn't be mandated for businesses, schools, things like that in the state of Ohio. All of that is moot now. That's all out the window. And so I want to get your thoughts about it. I stopped in with my little bro yesterday, my little brother Reem, and I had to just walk away from the brother. I mean, he was on his job again. He's going in because he went to the hospital. He felt like they didn't want to treat him, which I thought was wrong because he hadn't taken the vaccine and wouldn't take the vaccine. So he's got this whole, anti-vaccine thing going on. I just had to walk away from him because I'm on the other side of it now. Like what I've done is I've done it. There is no turning back. Let me see. All right, looking cute, sis. All right, cool. We Air Force One it again. Okay, there it is. There it is. You trying to say good morning real quick? Come on in, say good morning, man.
Good morning.
Say good morning real quick.
Good morning.
Real quick.
Good morning.
Real quick.
Good morning.
Real quick.
Good morning.
You're silly.
Go! Get to the chopper!
And everything. Don't we level up? People make great points. Don't press everything. That's it. I love you. Have a great day. Yeah, they funny. That's what you're wearing today, huh? Speaking with Medium Buddha. She's a high schooler now. All right. Yes, you are in first grade. We get it. What time am I going to see you today? 7? I'm not gonna see my baby for another 12 hours. Is that right? Okay. Working working hard after school curriculars, huh? All right. Well, have a great day then. Oh, you got a lot going on. You busy, huh? Good. I love it. You should be busy. I love it. I'm here for all of that. Good morning to you. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, yeah, gotta see what's up with the fam. It's just a part of the show. I'm doing it from home. They just becoming a part. They've just become a part of the show. It is what it is. They make their daily way. Hold on one second. Oh man. Hold on one second. As we get started here, I'm gonna play just a little bit of an intro. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand. I'm back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, on my totem is nothing. In the discussion, got them feelings I throw on my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you all my spot at the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm back. I had to make sure they see them out. Good morning to you. Let me get back into the chop shop. What's up, Brenda? Brenda writes, happy Tuesday. Good morning to you. So the FDA has now approved the Pfizer vaccine. Let me talk about this real quick and what that means for Ohio. So Ohio had a school mandate ban, meaning that if as long as the vaccine wasn't approved by the FDA, that in Ohio, the governor couldn't put a mandate in place, like mandating public schools, universities, that the staff, students get the mandate. So that's out the window now. You should start looking more and more for that. Like if you're a CPS employee, if you're working a nonprofit, leadership is having these conversations, whether you know about it or not. They'll probably be letting you know very, very soon as to what direction they want to move in as it relates to the mandate for the vaccine. And I think it's different now when the FDA approves it. It's a lot different. Now, I took the Pfizer vaccine. As I told you, I'm a cardiac patient. I should have been the front of the line, but I wanted to wait and see, what was going on. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. As I keep telling people, to this point, I don't feel no difference. I didn't have any reaction to it whatsoever, except for the first shot with the inflammation. I had some pain. Other than that, it's been Gucci. Been living my best life, 100%. So I want to know now, for the people out there that have been vaccine hesitant, that's the term that they use, vaccine hesitant. Hey, what's up, Linda Matthews? What's up? It's been a minute, sis. How you doing? I see you doing big things. We got the Republican endorsement for city council. We got to check. We got to catch up. That's Linda Matthews right there. If I'm wrong about this, Linda, set me straight. But as I understand, you are going to be running for city council with the Republican endorsement. Black female in Hamilton County with Republican endorsement. We got to talk. You already know. So if you got the time, I'd love to invite you on the show. Again, I want to hear all the candidates. If you know somebody that's a candidate, let them know about this platform. Let them know about this show. I want to talk to everybody. And that means that probably throughout September, October, we'll probably be doubling it up on some days. We might have 2 or 3 candidates on one day. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. I'm looking forward to it. But good to see you. It's been a minute, Linda. Good to see you. But as I was saying, so what does that mean exactly for you if you're not vaccinated? Do you feel more comfortable now that the FDA has approved it? Does that make you feel like, okay, I've been waiting for this? I think that you'll probably see mass numbers of people who will be moving in the direction to get the Pfizer vaccine because now they feel like the FDA, and we can have a whole separate discussion about whether the FDA should be trusted or not. But now they feel like the FDA has given them the stamp of approval that they actually need. Okay, now they feel that way. And I like to know what you think about it. I want to hear from you. If you're not vaccinated, if you're vaccine hesitant, and again, I haven't hated on anybody. You can be not vaccinated, but still you masking up and you doing everything you can do. You still being responsible. I'm okay with that. To me, the ultimate way of being responsible wasn't just getting the vaccine. It's how you conduct yourself. Are you masking up, social distancing, washing them nasty ass fingers and that thumb? As long as you're doing that, I'm Gucci with it. We don't have no problems whatsoever. But good morning to you. How are you doing? So let me tell you what's happening behind the scenes. Let's a little bit of CDM business. So I have been looking and I'm still looking to some degree because I've yet to sign any kind of lease. But I am in review of a commercial lease. I'll tell you that much as we speak right now. That will be Oh, okay. That will be the home base of operations for what we do with CDM and any other creative projects that we're working on. So I want to give you an update. I am in that process right now where, I have some people reviewing the lease and I'm sort of looking at the process to make sure it's the deal that it fits what I'm trying to look for, right? And I want to give you a heads up. Because I haven't signed anything, I'm still open. You know what I'm saying? That works both ways for the landlord, the owner of the property, and also for people like me that might be in a review. But I want to give you a heads up to all my patrons and folks out there. I love what we're doing. I love live streaming. I love it. But I feel like there's so much more creatively that we can offer. And to do that, I need a home base of operations that will fit what I'm looking for in terms of what I have in mind that I'd like to do. So I want to give you a heads up on that. Haven't signed anything. It's in review. It could be as early as next week. It could be later this week, quite honestly, as long as I get the thumbs up for a few things that I'm looking for. And it could be something really interesting. But I want to give you a heads up on that. I'm still open, though. I'm still open. So if you know of any commercial spaces or spaces that you think could make an interesting studio, let me know. Hit me with a direct message. I will respond because, as I said, that's something that is at the top of my list right now. All right. Just give you a heads up on things. Good morning to you. What's up to all my creatives out there? Where my people's at? I love creatives. If you are a creative individual, you are here creating content on any level, I understand you. I'm with you 100%. Perhaps we can do something together. You never know. Never know. Good morning to you. Fame writes, good morning, folks. The talk show host tried that nonsense crate challenge that is symbolic for black life in the U.S. Careful how high you go, the footing is suspect, and someone wants to knock you down. Okay, that's a good one. Is the crate challenge a metaphor for life? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. From afar, I was kind of joking yesterday. I have no desire to do the crate challenge whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's some real money on the line. Like if it's like a $10,000 minimum, like crate challenge, I might think about it. I might think about it. Other than that, I'm Gucci. I just watch people and get entertained from them. But look at this black magic right here. Sis she got all heels and everything on. She got heels and spandex with her crate challenge. I ain't mad at her. And, I don't know. I think some people are I hope people don't take this too seriously. You're like, this is the nature of the world we live in with the internet. You're going to have a series of challenges until the end of time. It is what it is. Today is the crate challenge. Tomorrow it'll be the milk carton challenge. It'll be the rope challenge. It's just what we do. What else are we supposed to be doing with our time as human beings? Everybody's bored, jaded. What else are we supposed to be doing? What else are we supposed to be doing with our time other than this? Nothing. I love it. I'm here for all of it, man. Makes my day go by just a little bit faster, So yesterday, somebody turned me on to it. I didn't watch it until this morning, but I got a chance to catch up and watch the Coalition for a Just Hamilton County. And they got a Facebook page. And if you go to their Facebook page, just last night, They're very good and smart and intelligent about creating these platforms for the community to kind of figure out what's going on. But they did a virtual forum with two judicial candidates, and both of them are African American. And I got a chance to watch it. I thought it was interesting. It's the first time I've got a chance to see these two particular candidates. And again, what I do is I watch what everybody else is doing. Somebody might have some good questions. They might have a good question. I'm like, you know what? I want to ask that question. They may have a question where I'm like, oh, I want to tweak it a little bit, and then it's my question. Or at the very least, I get a chance to review the candidates, in a forum like this. And it just educates me from my own experiences. So as I said, I'm starting to do my due diligence, to educate myself, to do my work as we get ready for the forum season, as we get closer to the November election. You got mayoral forums, you're going to have school board forums, you're going to have city council forums, you're going to have judicial forums. And I want to make sure I'm as prepared as I possibly can be when we start that for this particular show. Okay, Tiff writes, good morning, all. Hey, good morning to you, Tiff. Andrea writes, good morning, Nate and friends. May writes, good morning, Nate and Choppers. Good morning to you. That's the harps. That's for the fantasy file. Huh? There we go. Get to the Choppers. Brandy writes, greetings. Tabitha writes, good morning, Nate and Choppers. Rackham, good morning to you. Daryl writes, good morning, Nate and Choppers. Good morning to you, Daryl. Good morning. Anthony's in the house. He writes, good morning. Hey, Brent, I just noticed this. Brent had tried to post a bunch of things in the Friends Who Like the Nathan Ivey Show. It is a closed Facebook group. Feel free to join if you like to and post. I go there every day as a source of connection with the audience and also a source of show prep. But Brent, I just noticed it within the last 24 hours, man. You had posted like a bunch of stuff, but Facebook, for whatever reason, had been blocking it, and it wanted me to pre-approve it. I don't want to have to pre-approve everything people post, but Facebook is on some super real-ish right now for any creatives out there. Just came to my attention within the last few hours that Brother Christian Boykin, who does an excellent podcast called the Echo Chamber Podcast, one voice, one brother, one mic, on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Check it out. And he streams live from Facebook from the CDM page. He's got his own page as well, Echo Chamber Podcast. He's been doing podcasting for a while, so very privileged to be working with him. But he had some issues last night. He posted something that probably was copyrighted, and they took his ass down. And that's what Facebook is doing these days. They ain't playing no games. Facebook is playing no games. Facebook is playing no games whatsoever. Yeah, I saw this, Sean. As a matter of fact, the Parkers are scheduled to be my guest on Thursday. There's a black family here locally whose home appraisal grew by $92,000 after they removed all the pictures of their family, and it made it seem like the home was the home that was occupied by white folks. This is a local story. So I reached out to them, and they're scheduled to be on the show for folks who know or interested in that on Thursday morning at about, I think 9:30 a.m. is when, I have to double check, but I think it's like 9-ish, like 9 a.m. They're supposed to be on the show. Okay, just to give you a heads up. So yeah, I've been following that story, Sean, and I think it's dope. I think it's very interesting, very interesting. And what I'm hoping is that we can get something out of it. That's right. Black family doing the American dream thing, owning property, then they want to sell their home, get the money back out of it. $92,000 a difference. So I guess white people don't want to live in a home. Some white people don't want to live in a home that was previously occupied by black folks. What the hell? I get it, but damn, 92,000. It goes back to that whole black wealth thing. Why there's such a big disparity? But again, that'll be Thursday morning, just to give you a heads up. I just saw your message, Sean. It reminded me. Absolutely. Good morning to you. Speaking of which, Sean writes, perpetual blessing to you, Nate, and the mighty chopper. Same to you, brother. Good morning to you. Jared's in the house. He writes, good morning, #team and I. Good morning to you. David writes, good morning, Nathan and the choppers. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. This is my favorite part of the show every single day, just greeting black folks, greeting folks. That's it. We deserve to have somebody greet you in the media and shit with some great salutations. Get your day started in a good way. Sister Iris writes, good morning, great people. Good morning to you, Sister Iris. Cass is in the house. She writes, "Good morning, Choppers." Carmelita writes, "Good morning, Nate in the Choppers." Let me see. I think I've read this already. Nat writes, "Good Tuesday, Choppers. Good morning, everybody."
Get to the chopper!
Dee writes, "Like and share, good people." Jerome writes, "Good morning, Nate and the Choppers." Good morning to you. Dee writes, "Good morning." Glenn writes, Morning, Nate and the Choppers. Hashtag flows rated E for everybody." Good morning to you. Tracy writes, "Hi." Linda Matthew writes, "Good morning, Choppers." Good morning
Get
to
to the
you.
chopper!
Kamara's in the house. She writes, "Good morning. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you." OJ Welburn's in the house. He writes, "Good morning, Nathan and the Choppers." TWE. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother OJ. Dropping knowledge with the new book. Check him out. May writes, "Have a good day and learn something." Almost deaf. Those are the best days. Someone writes, "Good morning, young king." Yeah, my son was in here earlier. Oh my God. He's 6 going on 7. He's 6 going on 7. That says everything, right? Tabitha writes, "Real quick, good morning, little one." I was hoping he would pick up and say good morning real quick. But what he did is he's trying to say the good morning real quick. It was just some fun time with him. David writes, "Good morning, Junior. Remember your vibranium." Iman, brother Powell writes, "It's time for school. A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus." Speaking of time for school, people have been posting these photographs, man, of these lines. Like young people standing in line because of the change in the bus routes. And I'll say it again, CPS parents remain one of the most disrespected demographics. But you know who do I blame? I blame CPS parents. It's really on us. We get treated the way we get treated because we haven't organized and said enough is enough. The moment CPS parents coalesce and organize and start something that's enduring, that deals with the collective interest of parents, that can challenge some of the political endorsements that school board members get and really put some pressure on people, all that shit gonna change immediately. But we ain't got no power right now. You got groups over here and groups over here. You got these silos. It's the Cincinnati way. You got a silo of people here that's got particular interests, and they run hard for their interest. And you got a silo of people over here that's got a particular interest, and they run hard for their interest. And you got a silo of people and dispersed and scattered people over here that all kind of feel the same way. But CPS parents will remain getting disrespected the way that we do until we form Voltron on that ass. And as soon as we do that, everything gonna change dramatically. You know what I'm saying? Everything's gonna change dramatically. As soon as school board members and CPS administration realize that parents run this and that we're willing to do whatever that means, whatever legally that means, to let our voice be heard, to put pressure on the system in a meaningful way, then we're gonna keep getting it. They'll change, they'll let you know last minute, and your kid has a problem, they won't call you, or you get disrespected by the teacher or the administrator, whatever. All that shit gonna continue to happen because what you gonna do about it? Nothing. What you gonna do about it? Complain on Facebook? They don't have no real power. You gonna call this show? I mean, cool, I'm down for it. I mean, but what's that really gonna do? So the moral of the story with this whole outrageous sorta is that CPS parents needs to get better organized. They need to posse up. They need to form Voltron. You know what I'm saying? Call Lionel and tell him to, talk into the damn sort of omens or something, do whatever. Call the super friends. Until we do that, we're gonna always be behind the 8 ball reacting rather than being proactive. And that's just what it is. It's just a damn shame. Let me see if I can find. See, here's some of the stuff I saw on Facebook. Look at this right here. Somebody said this was the pickup line at Walnut Hills High School. Quote, "This pickup line at Walnut Hills High is ridiculous. It should not take an hour to get my kid. I need for people to stop dancing and handle some real business." And as I understand it, this is, of course, obviously a CPS parent, but also somebody who, has a deeper connection with CPS as well. I'll put it that way. Um, I have yet to deal with this. The wifey's responsibility is to drop off the kids at this point. Things change. I may have to leave the show or start the show late or whatever because fam come first, always, even though this is business. But this is what they're saying, that it takes a long time to drop the kids off. And I don't know if this is going to be alleviated because parents that's got the means to take their kids to school via the automobile are doing that because they're afraid of the alternative. They don't know. It's the unknown. And the people don't like to deal with the unknown when it comes to their children. So that's one image. That's one person complaining about the pickup. This is of the drop off. This is the pickup outside of Walnut Hills High School, I believe. Yes. First day for us to witness hundreds of students trying to board a bus in this heat. I really feel for the families that are unable to pick up their students. And then here's another one that appears to be Aiken students waiting at the bus stop. And, this is the reality of it. Your kids got to get to school. And if they've changed the transportation options, they got to take the bus. Is there anything wrong with this sign, or is this old school? Are people belly aching for no reason? Again, what has been your experience to this point? Today will be day what, 4? Today's day 4, right? So what exactly has been the experience? I don't know. So far, Medium Buddha, we've been taking care of her because she's been doing a lot of stuff after school, so we got to pick her up anyway. And we always drove her to school. So to this point, we haven't been affected by the sense that she's got to ride the bus. Now, that day is on the horizon. It might start next week. You know what I'm saying? She's going to have to make it happen, Captain. My motto, we're going to have to make it happen, Captain. But, just some of the images from Facebook friends in terms of what they've been posting about it. If you've got any images, hit me with a direct message. I'll put them up there. Yeah, I like to know. I think this is a huge, huge story in Cincinnati. Super huge. Kelly writes, good morning. Good morning to you, Kelly. Brenda writes, good morning from Fairfield. Carutha writes, good morning, Choppers. Good morning to you. Charles writes, good morning. Have a blessed day. TNT writes, good morning. Tabitha writes, I've got the Moderna shot and I'm doing fine. I have underlying issues, including COPD. So you got COPD. That's serious right there. That's serious. And so, yeah, I get it. Like, people with serious underlying health issues are probably the people that were looking and more willing to get that vaccine prior to FDA approval because, your life's on the line. So I get it. Regina writes, good morning, all. Kamara writes, Nate, you should be doing a town hall meeting. Yeah, I think so. I'm with you on that, Kamara. I think so. Nikki writes, good morning, everyone. Sister Iris writes, Junior, #sunshine. Tabitha writes, vote, 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 get educated, and vote. What are we, about 40 days away from the beginning of early voting, I believe? Roughly, we're around 40 days away from the beginning of early voting, so it's right around the corner. Clarence writes, morning, Choppers, brothers and sisters. Good morning to you. Krutha writes, my employer just mandated it. Yeah, you can get ready for that. Like, if you work for a for-profit or nonprofit, depending on the way that leadership, is leaning on this, you can probably expect to get notifications within the next couple of weeks about whether your employer is going to mandate that you get the vaccine. And they can mandate it. You know what I'm saying? As I understand it, they can mandate the vaccine, especially now that the FDA has approved it. So either you're working or you're not working. That's what it's going to come down to. That's a tough spot for a lot of people, man. It really is. Monica writes, great morning and great move for CDM. Absolutely, Monica. Yeah. I'm in review right now for a commercial lease space, and we'll see. We'll see what comes from the end of the review. If it checks off the boxes, boom, I'm gonna sign the dotted line, and then I'll tell you more about what that means after that. If not, then I will continue to search. Clarence writes, so where are we moving to? Well, I don't really want to say yet until I sign on the dotted line and the deal is done. So this is as much as I want to say at this point. But let's just say in the greater Cincinnati area for sure. Joe writes, Grand Risings, Nathan Choppers, make it a great day. Absolutely. Monica writes, what's part of your vision for CDM? That would guide our suggestions regarding the CDM space. That is a very fair question, Monica, and I'll follow up with you with the message. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put everything out over the public airwaves. If people are individually interested, I'll hit you up. But that's a very fair question. It's very fair. Kamar writes, hell, people are eating Tide Pods at one point. A classy one writes, pointless to get vaccine if you can still get COVID-19. I hear you on that, a classy one, but as I understand it, the vaccine, yes, you can still get COVID with the vaccine. It makes it a lot more difficult for you to get COVID with the vaccine. And if you do get COVID with the vaccine, then the fact that you took the vaccine will lessen the severity of the symptoms. Okay. So there are some reasons to get it. Okay. For me, as a cardiac patient, I don't know what COVID-19 might do to me. I think I'm Gucci, knowing the particulars of my cardiac situation and how I feel and knowing my body and where I am now. I think I'd be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if I got COVID with or without the vaccine, I think that I would be cool, but I'm not sure. And I got babies. I got 2 babies that need me, a wifey. I got this whole other set of responsibilities. If it was just me out here on my lonesome, I probably would have did something different, but it's not. It's not. Then coming home, you can transfer it. I got to get out in these streets to eat. You know what I'm saying? I can't eat right here. I got to get out in these streets. That means I got to interact with people. So that's for me. My son is too young to get the vaccine. What's the impact on him? Things like that. So Tabitha writes, at least that crate challenge is keeping the hood happy. It's good to see the big kids have fun. No shooting, just fun. And that's what I'm saying, man. That crate challenge is so much fun. Let people have their fun. Let people have their fun. People out here getting all super critical with it, man. Shut your ass up. Excuse me. Shut your up. We don't want to hear all of that. Just give us the crate challenge, man. That's all I'm looking for. You got police officers out there doing the crate challenge. It's just fun. Okay. Sure, you can maim, you could possibly get maimed. You possibly get maimed, or I've seen somebody fall on their head. Sure, it could go real bad. It could. It could. But think positively. Think positively. That's all I got to say, man. Don't be such a Debbie Downer out here. Like I said, the hood seems happy. So that's good enough for me, man. If the hood is happy, I'm happy. And, we should be doing, there's a lot worse things that people could be doing. I put it that way. There's a lot worse things that people could be doing other than the crate challenge. Maybe this will encourage people to get back in their best shape of their life. I don't know. Maybe we need a hood Olympics or something like that, something physical in nature. Did you see the one? There's a police officer getting involved. This is how, maybe the crate challenge can bring the community closer and have a better relationship with law enforcement. I want to see some Cincinnati police officers do this. I want to see some Cincinnati police officers do this, man. Get out here and have some fun with the people. Check this out. Oh, see, everybody's having fun. The hood is happy. He made it. We love each other. Everything is right in the world. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Have some fun. And I was joking. I didn't do the crate challenge. I ain't afraid of don't test me now. Don't test me now. Because I ain't afraid of it now. You let me know where the crate challenge is and I'll be there. If you show up and do it, I'll show up and do it. I dare you. Don't test me now. Monica writes, the schoolboy race should be interesting. Well, it will be interesting in the sense that we're going to have 2 new people on city council no matter what, because you've got 2 incumbents that are stepping down. And I want to give props to Melanie Bates for having some conscience, for being self-aware. Because it was very clear that she didn't really want to do the job anymore. And I give her props for being self-aware enough to say, you know what? I'm gonna step to the side and let somebody else in. Same thing with Ryan Messer. I get the sense that Ryan Messer, he was like, man, I got better things to do. I'm gonna go home and be with my children. I don't got time for all of this. People sending me threatening messages and questioning my character because of what I said during COVID and stuff. He said, you know what? I got other things to do. We talked to Ryan. He said he's got another opportunity with somebody, P&G or something like that. I wish nothing but the best for him. So that means that at least two more people are going to be on the council. I'm sorry, on the school board, and that will be interesting to see who. That'll be very interesting because I think the Democrats endorsed 4 people, I think. So that means if you take the Democrat slate, boom, you got it. But the vast majority of the candidates are not endorsed at all, I don't believe. I believe. So we'll have to wait and see. I think that these endorsements they're going to go a long way. Because especially with city council, I think the endorsements are going to go a long, long way because you got so many people who want things simplified. And what's simpler than somebody giving you a political flyer as you walk into the ballot, and it's already got names on there, and they're already a part of a party that either you understand or you've got some understanding of what they stand for. So we'll wait and see though. We shall see. Jenny writes, good morning, Nathan Choppers. Good morning to you. Brent's back. He says, Grand Risings family, good to see you. Monica writes, Facebook is constantly changing the rules for groups. They are. They, as the admin of a group, they always send these messages about this, that, and the other, or people inside the group might post something and then somebody in the group will flag it as inappropriate. Then Facebook will send the admin a message like, what you want to do with this? I'm like, man, can we just post shit without me having to spend time having to review everything? But I guess that comes with the territory. It is what it is. Anthony writes, Facebook is tightening the reins on everything. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm waiting to see what the next Facebook is going to be. TNT writes, yeah, I couldn't find this show. Yeah, so not only will they will stop the show in midstream, but then they'll also remove the show as well. And they won't send you a message until afterward. They didn't used to do that. Before, they would send you an email like, hey, we think this is an issue, blah, 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 blah. And then they give you some time to deal with it. They don't do that shit no more. You out. You out. Lisa writes, in real estate, when selling, I've always heard to remove all personal pictures and ethnic artwork. Yeah, well, I can't wait to talk to this family and hear their story. It could be something that, we could get some tips. Put it on a radar screen. Woody writes, good morning, Brother Nathan and Choppers. Keep wearing your mask.
Get to the chopper!
Right. Clarence writes, Big Nate, my wife messaged me a video yesterday, and the video was a video of Dr. Sean Brook, PhD, and he was talking about people who take the jab. People who take the jab cannot give blood anymore because it's full of spike protein. Will not be able to have any children anymore. They can't give or get transplants, and that a person would expire within 6 months to 3 years, and that it causes blood clotting. Add to task the blood clotting, he said, you can take what is called a D-dimer test. It detects blood clotting at the microscopic level. I'm just saying. Well, damn, man, gee, I hope not, because I already took the vaccine, man. You know what I mean? As somebody already took the vaccine, I keep getting all this information about how the vaccine is supposed to be doing this to you. I don't know what to do with this information. I'm on the other side of it, fam. Gee, I hope not. I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there. I really do. There's a lot of fear-mongering, misinformation, and straight-up propaganda. And it's hard to tell what's what. All I know is that the FDA has approved the Pfizer vaccine, whatever that means. Whatever that means. So Tanika writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Monica writes, remember Union Savings Bank was caught redlining 2017? The appraisal issue is just another version of redlining. Yeah, I do remember that back in 2017, which is right. It was just a few years ago. Deborah writes, good show, Nate and the Choppers. Daryl writes, most CPS parents are glad their kids are out the house and in school. They could care less how their kids get there. Yeah, I said it. Really? Susan writes, anybody see Aiken AM bus stop? Somebody sent me this image right here. Is that the Aiken AM bus stop right there? Or no, they didn't send it to me. I saw this one of my Facebook friends. I just grabbed it. I mean, Tamar writes, October 4th is the first day of early voting, October the 4th. So that gives us about 40 days, somewhere around there. Maurice writes, I was on the bus yesterday, man. They need to get school buses back. Why is that? Tabitha writes, what are you saying? It's too crowded, or is it rowdy, or is it disrespectful? What's going on here? This fool on the news brought a loaded gun to a kid's football game and got into a fight and got arrested. Monica wants to know, when does the League of Women Voters publication come out? That's a very good question. I do not know. It's outside my knowledge. Maurice writes, I read something this morning. It's amazing how certain people in the government didn't get this vaccine until it was approved. Message. Clarence writes, why would you put a mandate on the very people fast helping you fight? It's like putting handcuffs on Mike Tyson in a boxing ring when he's fighting Evander Holyfield. Brandy writes, good morning. Maurice writes, I have seen articles of vaccinated people that has died. Once again, I asked the question, where's the cure? I haven't seen those articles. I'm sure they're out there. But the numbers that are coming out, Maurice, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, is that the vast majority of people that are dying, getting seriously sick, and or testing positive for COVID are unvaccinated people. Sure, there's going to be exceptions to every rule. You're going to have anomalies, right? In any subset, you're going to have anomalies. But the vast majority, the trend is that if you're not vaccinated, you're at risk. That's the trend. Anthony writes, that is the same reason the military is mandating it. If service personnel get sick, they won't be so incapacitated to continue with their mission. They will still be battle ready. Daryl writes, exactly. That is why I got the Pfizer vaccine, because I want to be here for my family. I had a cousin pass away from COVID. Tabitha writes, just put it like this. If you are super Gucci, it's fine. But if you want to take every chance you can to save your own life, do it. Just have faith. Believe in God. Wanda writes, morning shoppers. Good morning to you, Wanda. Shauna writes, you cannot cure a virus. Pat writes, I'm elderly, fully vaccinated. If I get COVID, hashtag no hospital, hashtag no respirator. Anthony writes, Hood Olympics lifting 22-inch rims. Nikki writes, but where they get all these crates from? They getting them from Walmart. Daryl writes, Nathan, stop it. The hood can find other ways to get together happy. This crate challenge is the dumbest ish ever. I disagree. Negative on that. It's the funnest shit ever, man. I ain't had this much fun since, I don't know. It's been a minute. Snoop Dogg says he's selling a dozen for $50. A dozen milk crates for $50. I don't have no problem with it. I'm telling you, I think it's fun. We need a departure from all this craziness. We need a departure from it. People working on their ninja skills. What's wrong with working on your skills? Working on your balancing skills. Sis out here with whole heels on. Look at this. Look at this out right here. And all the heels. Look at that.
Yeah, them heels brought out a crowd.
Y'all gotta be quiet.
That one. Be respectful. He's having a picture with I'm a jump. We better not let me go.
See if she can make it, yo. Oh, sis, I hope she make it.
Make some noise, y'all.
Be quiet.
She needs some pressure.
She said be quiet.
Why you gotta be quiet?
Oh my God.
She cheated. She should have stood up all the way. When she got to that top one, she cheated.
He said carry the stallion. You did it faster in the hills.
She made it. Oh, black girl magic. See, leave it to black women to conquer. How many fucking crates is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crates high? What the hell?
Walk past each other. Y'all gotta go.
The Universal Soul Circus, this just in, is gonna have a crate challenge. Crate performers. What? Can they pull this off?
Hey, Joe, come do that.
You live. You super live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
see you.
they gonna pass
see
each
you.
other.
Come on.
Yeah, I got this. You better let her go. Boom.
Now that's Brave. That's the new Brave right there. Way to go, sis. Way to go. Is she gonna make it? She gonna make it? Leave it to the black women to conquer. Leave it to the black women to conquer. She did that in heels on. Can you do that? Don't tell me that's not special. They need to have that at the Olympics. Why not? Showing off her dexterity. I ain't mad at it at all. Way to go. Black girl magic. I love it. I'm here for all of it. Kamar writes, the school board doesn't get paid enough to deal with the craziness. They don't. They don't get paid at all, do they? They get like a stipend or something like this. They might get a free lunch during the meetings. They get a parking space at the Mayerson Academy and a free lunch. I'm in favor of paying them to get a better quality of professional, somebody that can focus on that, and it shouldn't just be a part-time job. See, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be a full-time job as a school board member. That's all you do. Just like city council hit you with that 60,000, 70,000. Now, even city council is part-time, but you get what I'm saying. I think maybe not. What's wrong with black folks having fun? White people have the Redneck Olympics, but when black people do something different, it's extra meaning-ish. Maybe it's just fun and humorous. Imagine that, right? Imagine that. Imagine people just having fun. And it's dangerous. Look how dangerous that is. That shit is dangerous as hell. No blankets. That's the new courage right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That's the new courage. The crate challenge is the new courage. Do you have the courage? Terry writes, milk crates are perfect record holders and other items plus furniture in your college dorm made a whole chair. Man, you can have a whole house full of shit, just everything on milk crates. You can put your Xbox on a milk crate. You can make a milk crate. You can make a little table. You can put a plant on a milk crate. You can sit on the milk crate. You can do so many things with it. Susan writes, Nate, lest you give that good disclaimer, you might be remiss. Be careful challenging folks to do that crate challenge, LOL. Do the crate challenge. If you do it, it's on your own risk. Don't blame me if you fall and bust your head wide open. That's on you. The kid writes, the government has a bunch of regulations on the things that you say in broadcast. They do, but the way that works in terms of regulations is the government regulates the radio airwaves. They don't regulate the internet. They don't regulate it. So if you want to get a radio signal, you have to apply to get that with the government. And a part of the application, a part of that process is that you agree to government air oversight. That's the reason why, like on here, we might curse and you might get an N word here or B word there, whatever. You know, the government doesn't regulate that. But if you're on terrestrial radio, meaning that like you get into your radio and you scroll for a frequency like 92.1 or 100 point whatever or 1230 or whatever. If you're doing that, then the radio company has applied for a license with the federal government. And in doing so, the federal government has review power, oversight power over every word that is broadcast. That's why with a terrestrial radio station, they will cut you off in a minute, because if they don't, then they put their radio license in jeopardy. And they're not going to put their radio license in jeopardy for any callers. They'll cut you off super fast because they have to. They got 7 deadly words that cannot be uttered over the FCC, and that's the governmental body that has oversight over it. They cannot be uttered. There's just some things you just can't do at certain time frames as well. So like when you get into the evening, you can relax the language a bit. But a lot of radio stations will shut it down no matter what time it is because it limits their liability. On the internet, your YouTube and Facebook, Well, that's not the government. That's the owners of the particular platform saying, hey, here are our rules. Here's what our standards are. You can either adhere to them or not adhere to them. And typically they got their reasons. They go back to financial as well. So that's how that works. Facebook is on some real sensitivity-ish. Well, we already know why, family. Somebody has said it before. I'll reiterate it real quick since you put it out there, Daryl. It's real simple. The politicians, Republicans and Democrats, have been making a lot of noise about Facebook. They've been questioning Facebook and its ability to self-regulate, meaning that hate speech that could lead to real violence, fake news, propaganda, things like that. So now Facebook is overreacting to show Congress that, oh no, we can self-regulate. We don't need you to come up with a specific new laws that regulate our industry. And so they're going to go overboard about it because what's at stake is the very control of their platform. So that's why they going super, super, super hard about it. Jerome writes, they stopped it last night, echo chamber. Yes, they did. I found out afterward. Clarence writes, damn, Big Nate, I didn't even know you took this shot. I'm sorry, homie. Damn. No reason to be sorry, man. I mean, speak your mind, bro. I'm not that sensitive. I'm not a very sensitive person about shit that don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that matters, I care about it. Small little shit, I don't give a damn about none of that. So that's your opinion about it. Like I said, I feel great. You know, from a mental standpoint and a physical standpoint, I feel excellent. So until something changes. Daryl writes, that's a lie. The flu vax has protein in it, and that was never the issue, what he just said. Right. Woody writes, get your shot. Don't believe the BS. Tabitha writes, it's been 6 months that I've taken the vaccine. I'm just glad to be alive. Mrs. Love Being Black writes, good morning, fellow beautiful smart chocolate. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Carla's in the house. Good morning to you, Carla. She writes, so untrue. On the board of Hawksworth, we got blood from individuals that have taken all the vaccinations. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Carla. I appreciate you. Again, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of fear mongering. A lot of people are posting this stuff just to get clicks and likes. And they know damn well the shit's a lie. And when you play, see, the easiest game, the easiest way to influence somebody is to not change their mind. If you want to influence somebody, you figure out how they feel and you push them to the extreme in the direction that they're already facing. So for instance, there's people out there that have legitimate concerns about the medical industry and how it deals with Black people. They got legitimate concerns with historical examples. Okay? So those kind of people, they're easily pushed to the extreme in thinking that the vaccine is yet another plot because they already feel that way. Just like with these insurrectionists. Way before Donald Trump even hit the scene, they already had a problem with America, my country, 'tis of thee. They already felt as if, for whatever reason, and some of this shit was just some psycho dumb-ish, but they already felt as if America had forgotten about them or that the deck was stacked against them. So Donald Trump goes along and just feeds into a fear that they already had. So when you're dealing with adults, mass people, it's harder to convince them of something that they're deadlocked set against believing. That's damn near impossible. But if they already believe something, you can push them to the extreme of it very, very easily by playing on fears that they already have. And that's what the propagandists do. Same thing with these people that don't believe in voting. They ain't gonna never believe in it. But when something comes up that validates their concerns or their fears about voting, they believe it hook, line, and sinker. Why? They already feel that way. They already feel that way. So for people out there that want to play that propaganda game, just keep that in mind. Jerica writes, and good to see you, Jerica. You was in and out the city, huh? You ain't saying nothing to nobody. Just in and out the city. She writes, that's not true. People need to be careful reporting false information, especially when it is read and dispersed over the airwaves. I agree with you 100%. Brother Dwayne's in the house. He writes, "Gee, not true. I'm a regular Hawksworth donor. I'm vaccinated and donated blood last week." Yeah, that wasn't true to my knowledge as ever. But that's what we do here. We make sure the families, get that correct information. Kamikia writes, Hawksworth stays asking me for blood, and I had the vaccine. Maurice writes, I asked months ago for people to research spike proteins variants between us, brown-skinned Asians, and Europeans. Jay Coop writes, good morning, Nate in the Chop Shop. I have to take the vax due to me being in the military. I feel comfortable taking it because now we have no choice to take it. But I think like this, why should they mandate us to get it, even if it was harmful? You wouldn't want to kill off your army for the rest of the world could come take over. Let's use common sense, people. Right. If they give it to the soldiers, but again, the soldiers have been guinea pigs too. Jay Coop, soldiers have been exposed to all kind of things on the battlefield. Most recently, I think one of the biggest things is the exposure from burning debris. In Iraq and Afghanistan, having a military base creates a lot of trash, a lot of waste. Some human, some, just the materials and all of the things that go in place to having a military base. And so what I've read is, they'll dump some fuel on the trash and just burn it. Well, you're burning it, it becomes toxic, and the wind might blow it straight back into the camp. And you had soldiers, some of which were on guard duty, some of which were just, living their best life in their tent, was breathing this stuff in, and now years later have all kind of cancers, all kind of, serious lethal situations they're dealing with. So I have to say that for people that are suspicious about the government, you got a lot of reason to be. Angela writes, salutations. Kamar writes, even Trump got booed when he told the crowd in Alabama to get vaccinated. He sure did. It was like, I don't want to hear this. This is the fake Trump. Where's the real Trump? Boo, boo, but we don't want to hear all of this. And Trump's out here trying to convince people to get vaccinated. But it's too late, Trump, because you played into it. You played into it. Everybody was feeling a certain way about it. And so now you're like, oops, my bad. I know I was on some dumb-ish. I want to turn it around. It's too late now. Some things you just can't take back. We got an early call. Let's take it, shall we? Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Nathan. It's Kev on the cell.
What up, Kev?
How you doing, bro? Trying to make it, man. Actually making it. I keep forgetting. I got a few folks keep telling me, Kevin, stop saying you trying, making it. All right. Anyway, the thing is getting me. I was just thinking about this because listening, and first off, you knew the pivot was going to come, right? The new pivot's going to be that. Yeah, it's approved, but still, because there's always another reason not to do it. I am starting to realize that people are kind of just, and this is my personal opinion, but some people are just trying to be brats. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. And I'm cool with that. I don't have no problem with that. But I don't know. But the thing that this really threw me off, and it just occurred to me, I don't hear anybody calling in that's actually had the shot that has any issues. Do you?
No.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to the normal terrestrial radio. I haven't heard anybody call in who has had the shot and say, "Oh my God, I'm going through my arteries are hardened up." Most of my family, not all, but most of my family has been vaccinated. None of them. No one that you hear of. Are we all part of the whole thing too? Is that what's going on, Nate? Are we part of the conspiracy, bro?
No.
That's a real question. I know I'm not. And I don't think you are. You know what I mean? But how many people have you? Nobody. Ever. I haven't heard anyone call in anywhere, on any show, on any, nowhere, at all, and say, man, I got that vaccine, man, and it told me up. I mean, I've heard about, the reactions. I had soreness at the site of the injection, which, by the way, is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. If you take a needle, you push it into your arm, you're going to have soreness in your arm. Stupid side effect. I hate the fact they call it a side effect. That is not a side effect. If you fall on a nail, you will have soreness at the site of the injection, bro. I don't care what goes into your skin, it's gonna hurt. But or normally it will hurt. But so that's the part. And the other part that's killing me is the people that are saying, "Well, it's ineffective." It's ineffective because you ain't took it. What about the breakthroughs? Well, you're giving this thing an opportunity to mutate, and it's going to continue to mutate unless we kill it. And the only way to kill it is to make sure that no one else has the opportunity to get it. But as long as someone has the opportunity to get it, it's going to have an opportunity to mutate. I'm going to say it one last time for the people in the back seat who can't hear very well because they won't turn up their hearing aids, right? If you started out in 2019, COVID-19, and it is now 2021, almost 2022. You can no longer say, this ain't been around very long. It's been around long, and it's going to stay around unless we actually get rid of it. So I'm going to encourage people to use their best. I'm going to get out my own way. I'm not going to be a smart, dumb cat. I'm just going to encourage you to help us, all of us, and I'm including you, to make this thing go away. I want my life back normal. I really do. I want to have to wear a mask. I don't. Now, if I wear a mask or don't wear a mask, and it's up to me, that's cool. But I don't want to have to wear a mask. And I don't want to keep on dealing with the variants. The variants will keep going forever and ever and ever if we allow them to. The reason why there is still measles, mumps, chickenpox, but there are not huge breakouts is because there are not that many hosts. That's all, man. That's all I got. Remember, take 3 people to the polls with you, and make sure that you show up yourself and vote. Use your rights. Be blessed, bro. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you. That's Kev on the sale. Appreciate the brother right there. Good morning to you. Let me throw my number back on the screen again. 513-873-7134. Only one rule or maxim. Open your mind before you open your mouth. Other than that, it's all good. We 100% good. Do you. Whatever your viewpoint is, I like to hear it. Good morning to you. Derice in the house. He writes, good morning, Nathan and Choppers. Make today a great day. Good to see you.
Get to the chop!
Derice out here doing big things in the community. Nikki writes, I can't do it, let alone in heels. That's what I'm saying. That's a special talent. That's a special talent. Quit playing down black girl magic. You can't do it. She was like 7 crates high. That should be an Olympic event. Why not? Take that. Why is javelin Olympic? Why is the shot put an Olympic event and that's not? I'm crying foul. I'm calling it out. Terry writes, basketball rim crate. Yeah. Angela writes, good morning, Nate and Choppers. Good morning to you. Anthony writes, like and share means everything. Maurice writes, I saw a dude become a transformer when he fell off those crates. Did he? Did he? Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious. Good morning to you. Kamara's right. I got to go to work. Okay, Kamara, I'll catch up with you. Daryl writes, damn, I think this nurse, what? She writes, have a blessed day. Maurice writes, Facebook has also been sued. Angela writes, I've been put in Facebook jail numerous times for my opinion, LOL. I guess I was in Facebook jail for about 3 weeks there. It definitely had an impact on the reach of the show. We're only now starting to like get our numbers back up because people forget you real quick. Woody writes, you can donate blood after you took the shot. Right. I think we got that settled. Maurice writes, Nate, I have sent you a lot of things that I have come across. I post articles on my Facebook page. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Rachel writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. It's Tuesday, y'all. Yes, it is. Dale writes, did y'all read folks are taking dog deworming anti-parasite medication to avoid COVID instead of vaccine? That's real. I did see something, but I thought it was fake news. So you'll take that, but you won't take whatever, man. What am I supposed to say here? Jack writes, nothing is ever going to be 100%. One way on doing nothing, so to keep arguing on the vaccine, really don't understand the country they live in, and now we have a vaccine remorse. Greg Holloway writes, good morning, good folks. Hey, good to see you, Greg. Sean writes, religion is binding and complacent. Spirituality is enlightening and progressive. Dale writes, that's them Trump bots talking those dog deworming medications to fight, or taking those dog deworming. Okay, it's Trumpsters. El Grillo writes, sometimes you get a placebo. That would be disappointing. TNT writes, it became a security threat for soldiers. If COVID run through your military, when we become weak, so they are pushing mandates for military on the angles as well. A sick military is a weak military. Gladys writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. What a beautiful Tuesday. Yes, it is. Can't wait to get out there and have some fun. Glenn writes, I did see the same black guy in the background with the Blacks for Trump t-shirt looking like a damn fool. Rachel writes, here come the giggles. Kept on a sale. Is that right? Kendall writes, good morning. I think he hit it on the bullseye. Queen Maxine writes, grand risings, everyone. Good to see you, Queen Maxine. Anthony writes, I have a tail now, but I like it. I think it's kind of fashionable. Oh, that's a reaction to taking the vaccine. You need to stop it, man. Jack writes, only problem you have with the shot is it's a placebo and it doesn't work. Sign up for shot 3 and 4 and so on. Giggles. Huh? What? Tracy writes, all of these infectious disease experts who don't even know where the damn CDC is in Cincinnati. Is that right? You calling people out, huh? I ain't mad at you. Sean writes, no, that's not Sean. That's Shiva writes, good morning. It is a horrible place to be at when we believe or perpetuate the narrative that there are only two camps, non-vaxxers and vaxxers. Okay. All right. Lemmy writes, ivermectin used to help humans also. Listen to educated people, pharmacists, lab technicians, doctors, etc., who studied. Not you self-made internet investigation people. Oh boy, not the self-made internet investigation people. That's hilarious. Back in the chop shop, Pamela writes, good morning, Nate and Choppers. Good morning to you. Fox writes, rise and shine, young stars. Dante writes, what's up, everyone? Ray writes, are there any black-owned companies manufacturing these crates? Reminds me of giving the AAPIs unlimited generational wealth. I'm just saying. I don't know who makes the crates. I have no idea. Is there really a run on crates? I don't think it's that deep. Like, I'm not sure how you would have a crate like that unless you're getting like food delivered to your house or something like that. Old school welfare, something along those lines. But other than that, I don't really see it. You have to tell me. I don't know what ivermectin is. I don't even know what that is. Let me look that up actually. What is ivermectin? Oh, it's a livestock drug. What the hell? Mississippi warns people not to use livestock drug ivermectin for COVID. Why would you ever do that? That's okay, that's the anti-parasite drug, okay. Why would anybody ever do that? What the hell? So you anti-vaccine, but you Now, remember yesterday when I showed you the video, the white woman that slapped the black man at the Steelers game? Damn Steeler fans. These damn Steeler fans. They ain't got no damn sense. They won a few championships. They think they own the damn world. I don't know if all these people were Steeler fans, but something tells me that this white woman and her boo were Steeler fans. The arrogance of Steeler fans. Well, now I've read, this being reported by TMZ, that Pittsburgh police are investigating. And I'll be honest with you, if anybody's going to be charged, it should be her. She threw the first blow. It should be her. Also, yesterday, we spent a lot of time talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. We know what happened over the weekend. It was big news, yada, yada, yada. But since yesterday, she has responded to people on Twitter, which is, you're never going to beat the internet. You're never going to beat the internet. Like, if you're somebody like Sha'Carri Richardson, don't even spend your time trying to correct people on Twitter because you're never going to win. They get more out of it than you do, number one. They've got more time to do it than you do because you need to be living your best life, doing your craft and all that kind of stuff. Not on Twitter responding to Twitter jokes. So this is Sha'Carri Richardson. Somebody made a joke about her, and Sha'Carri Richardson, she tweeted, "I'll triple your whole salary, your whole yearly salary if you can." So somebody said that they think that they could beat Sha'Carri Richardson in a race. And Sha'Carri Richardson sees this. She takes the time out of her day to respond to tell this woman that, like, basically to challenge her to a race. And if she loses, I'll triple your whole yearly salary. Sis, you ain't got to do all that. You don't got to do all that. All that ain't necessary. You ain't got to prove to nobody this, that, or the other. It's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like you in a position to triple somebody's yearly salary, you already winning. You already winning. So trying to, show somebody what you can do and all, it's not going to have an impact. It's not going to have an impact whatsoever. I'm telling you. You're not going to get what you think you're trying to get out of it whatsoever. So don't even waste your time with it, sis. Just live your best life. You got their salary. Then she posted something else. So Sha'Carri Richardson, hold on, let me see. She's got 540,000 followers. She's a Nike athlete. No matter what happens, she's still a Nike athlete. She's 21. She's doing music videos for Kanye, for Beats. Why are you responding to some knucklehead on Twitter? You giving them more shine. I would advise not even to respond to it. But, we live in a world where people are going to do what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I think she looks a lot better, too, with her natural hairstyle. I see a video of her. Is this her getting married? Oh, okay. She must say, I didn't know Sha'Carri Richardson was married, or I'm not sure when she took this. 2020. It looked like something. Okay, live your best life, sis. Who gives a damn? So 5,000 people retweeted this. 34,000 people liked it because you put it on, you giving this person more shine than they really deserve. I don't know. What do I know? I mean, I'm just a media dude. What do I know? It ain't that serious. Nat writes, turn off social media and get to work. That's how top athletes get ahead. That's it. You always gonna have critics, man. I don't care what you doing. You could be Sha'Carri Richardson. You could be starting a podcast. You could decide you want to try something different professionally. You always gonna have people like that. F all of them. F all of them. None of that matters. Let me see. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. If you'd like to share your thoughts this morning, I would love to hear them. I'd love to hear them. Good morning. Nate, she's showing she's not about the grind. We'll have to wait and see, Daryl. I'm not prepared to say that about her across the board. She's 21. She got 540,000 people following her on Twitter. And obviously she feels some kind of way about it. And she's in her feelings. I get it. Nothing wrong. No harm, no foul. Daryl Rice, she's in her feelings. Right. She's in her feelings. It can happen to anybody. Daryl Rice, she tripled down. She's not focused and has antenna ears shaking my damn head. Falase writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Good morning to you. Yeah, she hears what's being said. Let's see. Let's see what happens. If you don't know, the latest as relates to the coronavirus is that governments, school districts, and businesses are all proceedings with new vaccine requirements. If you have a workplace that you report to, it's pretty safe to conclude that your employer is going to be notifying you within the next week or so that you're going to have a vaccine mandate. That's what the impact is of the FDA approving the Pfizer vaccine. The impact now is that employers are going to mandate it. They couldn't do it before. Now they can. So you're going to see mandates in public schools. You're going to see mandates across the board. That's the world that we live in. What I'd like to know is there a mandate if you work for somebody, if you have an employer and you report to a building? Like if you're virtual, they probably won't do that if you're virtual 100%. If you do a hybrid where you're virtual and sometimes you go to work, you're probably going to get a mandate. I like to know what are you hearing so far? Like, does the organization, the people you work for, they have a mandate? I like to know. How do you feel about these mandates? Is it serious enough for you to leave a job? Kevin writes, she ought to let that hood ish go. Just keep being great. Then, see, you putting it on the hood, Kevin. I don't think that's hood ish. That's just people. But then again, Kim K and a bunch of OnlyFans making that bread that one way from not being a goody goody. So this might be her come up. Yeah, OnlyFans are changing their business structure. So if there's a certain amount of adult content that you're not going to be able to do, you can still do adult content. So like if you want to sell pictures and feet pictures and all this kind of stuff and butt shots and videos, you can still do that on OnlyFans. They didn't take that out. But I heard that a rapper named Tyga, anybody hip to Tyga? He started a OnlyFans type of it's called MyStar. It's like two Y's MyStar. He started an OnlyFans type of website to try to capitalize off of it, and welcome to capitalism. Lisa writes, I have a 21-year-old. These kids don't understand that you do not have to dignify everything with a response. That's right. You don't. It ain't necessary. My employer been asking for vaccine cards and no more remote working starting September. I think we should always keep that option though. Queen Maxine writes, for some, taking the vac is like playing Russian roulette, period. I agree with you, it is. But what you gonna do? The boss, the employer is saying, get that vaccine. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's go to the phones. Good morning, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nate. This is Linda. I'm calling in about the vaccine. I had got it back in February. I only did it because my sister was on her deathbed. She had double pneumonia and COVID-19. And I just feel that it's everybody's choice what they want to do. But when it's close to your home, it makes a lot of decisions that you want to get the shot because of your family member. I had my mom died from it. I had my sister die from it. I had an aunt die from COVID-19. So it was really near my family. And I haven't had any issue with my shot. Just a sore arm and that's it. But I just feel people need to really sit down and think about the choices out here. I'm tired of wearing masks. Even though I had the shot, I still wear a mask when I'm around a lot of people and stuff. So that's just my opinion. But listen to you. Like you said, it's people's only choice what they want to do. I have high blood pressure, and stuff. So I'm really looking out for myself and the people around me. So people need to really think about the choices out here, what they need to do about things. But that's that's what I call in for, just to share my opinion and the outcome in my family history. So, but thank you. I love your show. Sometimes I can't get on it because I don't see it out there. Like you said, Facebook sometimes don't put you out there, but I try to listen to it every day, and I really love it. So keep up the good work. You're welcome. Bye bye.
I'm way up on the coke and rum. You stay up, hoping I'll come home. Don't wait up, cause I'm way too gone. Don't wait up, wait up. I'm way up on the coke and rum. You stay up, hoping I'll come home. Don't wait up, cause I'm way too gone. Don't wait up, wait up. Tonight I'm in it for the big fun. This time I'm bringing out the big guns. Bang bang, they wonder can I get some? What I got's for everyone. Yeah, sit down and get to know the sofa. Stand up when shit is taking over. Come here if you is getting sober. What I got's for everyone. Yeah. In the bathroom, in the kitchen, on the balcony is where you'll find me. A galaxy away from my hometown. I'm way up on the coke and rum. You stay up, hoping I'll come home. Don't wait up, cause I'm way too gone. Don't wait up, wait up. I'm way up on the coke and rum. You stay up, hoping I'll come home. Don't wait up, cause I'm way too gone. Don't wait up, wait up. Turn it up, yeah, yeah. Cause this song is such a classic. Turn it up, yeah, 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 yeah. Right now, I don't know what my name is. Blah, blah, I'll mumble when I say shit. Calm down, don't fight me for the next hit. Got enough for everyone. Take a blow, have another one. Take it slow, can you save me some? On the floor, end up when we're done. Yeah, it's a lot for everyone. In the bathroom, in the kitchen, on the balcony is where you'll find me. A galaxy away from my hometown. I'm way up on the coke and rum. You stay up, hoping I'll come home. Don't wait up, cause I'm way too gone. Don't wait up, wait up. I'm way up on the coke and rum. You stay up, hoping I'll come home. Don't wait up, cause I'm way too gone. Don't wait up, wait up. Turn it up, yeah, yeah. Cause this song is such a classic. Turn it up, yeah, 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 yeah. Turn it up, yeah, yeah. Cause this song is such a mad hit. Turn it up, yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Quick break, just a couple of minutes. Give me a chance to recharge a little bit and take care of some behind the scenes work. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. Let me see. Jerker asks, question, what happened to interacting with the callers instead of just muting and letting them just talk? Just a question. Can't satisfy everybody. TNT writes, they are describing this new strain of COVID to be as contagious as the chickenpox. If you remember how easy it was to catch that back in the day. Let me see. Apparently, only vaccinated people know the real GTFOH. Well, I think you talking about when Kev called in. I mean, he does make an interesting point. You know, I don't remember that either. I don't remember getting a phone call from anybody who took the vaccine and then was complaining about any long-term serious side effects, which are a lot of the things, the reasons why. But again, it's when we say long-term, like, I mean, the vaccine's only been in play for a few months now, for just this year, I believe. So what are we? Only about 8 months. So that's not long-term to a lot of people. Some people need years and years and years to sit back and watch it. So I kind of understand it. Nakia writes, all the different strands of COVID symptoms to be a fearmonger's playground. Absolutely. TNT writes, they are pushing this N90 mask and M90 mask for maximum protection. If you don't have that, please double mask. Yeah, that's the other thing. Not every mask is the same. Some of them don't do a damn thing. Maurice writes, no one finds it crazy and the new variants keep popping up. These white folks brought their diseases here when they came here and killed a lot of my Aboriginal and indigenous ancestors. Oh boy, you're going way back with that. I don't know what we can do about that. I don't know. Let me see. TNT writes, the fact is vaccine mandates are not new. Most comply with public school requirements for up-to-date vax for our kids. If you travel to Africa or foreign companies, you have to be vaxxed to prevent contracting an infectious disease, i.e. malaria. And most comply without debate. Yeah, I get it. Said no one finds it crazy that the new virus. I'm not and it wasn't an epidemiologist or an immunologist, whatever the correct word is for the folks that do that. I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm searching for understanding just like you are. We in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure things out the same way. I don't know. Dale writes, damn, Facebook got him, LOL. Let me see here. Oh, I had to sign off again. You know me. You already know. Got to do at least once a show to keep you on your toes. Deborah writes, condolences to this young lady and her entire family. Jerica writes, I work at a hospital and all employees, remote or in-house, are mandated to be fully vaccinated by 10/31 unless you have a medical or religious exemption. Let me see. Kevin writes, the hood ish is calling out somebody and damn them to bet 10 I'ma win. That type ish. That's what we all did back in the day. I don't know if that's hood ish, man, or it's just how human beings interact. Somebody telling you they can beat you in something that you know they're not and you a world-class athlete. And somebody out here like, yeah, I can beat you in 100 million. You like, man, please. I don't know if that's hood though. I think that's just a human thing. Black, white, wherever, somebody might respond that way. Somebody might tell Michael Phelps, I'll smoke you in the breaststroke. And he'll be like, man, I quintuple your yearly income if you can do so. Let's meet me at the YMCA. That's just a human thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's not put all this on the hood. That's all I'm trying to say. That's it. Man, Maurice writes, it's still happening today, Nate. Really? Okay, where is that at? Let me know. I'm just saying, if you have an employer or you're even working with people where you go inside the building, they might have a mask mandate. Some of these bars, you got to show them your vaccination card. I don't see that as an infringement upon your civil liberties or your rights, because you don't have a right to go into a bar. You don't have a right to go into a store. Even before COVID, they can ask you to leave at any moment. At any moment. So it's like, just deal with it. On some levels. That's kind of how I feel about it. People act like I got a right to be in Walmart. No, you don't. No, I got a right to go to the bar. No, you don't. No, you don't. And you never have. They can shut it down whenever they feel like shutting it down. And all you can do about it is just shrug your shoulders and say, Down in Texas, the lieutenant governor blamed the unvaccinated black people for the Delta COVID virus spread in the state of Texas. Apparently, Delta is running through Texas, as I said before, like Bo Jackson running through defenses on Tecmo Bowl. No resistance whatsoever. And Lieutenant Governor had the nerve to go on national television. I believe he went on Fox News and blamed it on black unvaccinated people. Now, what in the hell? What? Now it's us? Now, it was quickly debunked on other platforms, but still, that information got put out there. Maurice writes, Nate, I agree with you 100%. Tracy writes, as of October 1st, most concert venues are going to be testing you on site for COVID to enter. Yeah, that's just the way the world is. You can't do whatever you want to do. It's a health wish. It's a health risk. Danita writes, good morning, Choppers. Tuning in late. I miss y'all. Good morning to you. Lemmy writes, replying to Jack off. What? I just read that. Man, access to medical information protocols, treatment, ECT. I'm not reading that shit. Often writes, okay, well, I work with doctors too in the emergency room. Although I was a mop handler, I noticed things. Even though you was a mop handler. Some tell me that Jack has his own little brand new persona he's coming up with on the fly. The hell is you talking about? Huh? I don't get it. I was a mop handler. The hell out of here, man. Brenda writes, no shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. Right. I got a right to get a drink. No, you don't. You better let me in and get my groceries. We don't have to, ma'am. It's private property. See, that's what you'll find out. You go to any of these stores, what you'll find out real quick is that you are on private property. And as soon as they tell you to leave and you don't, you are now technically trespassing. And when the boys show up, they're going to ask you to leave. If the manager or whoever appears to be running things, oh, okay, great. I got you, Nick. Most definitely. If the manager, whoever appears to be running things, tells the police you got to go, when the boys show up, they're gonna make you leave. It don't matter whether they was on some racist ish. It don't matter whether they was right or wrong or they falsely accuse you. You leaving. Same thing with a mask. Same thing. Lemmy writes, wow, blacks get blamed. Shaking my head right. Oh, yeah, it's the black folks, the unvaccinated black folks. Now, there is a large percentage of black folks that are unvaccinated. But are they the reason why it's spreading in Texas? Something tells me probably not. Something tells me probably not. But, hey, it is what it is. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Good morning to you. Good morning. Maurice writes, I wear a mask daily. I saw a woman get an attitude because she didn't have a mask on. She had a vaccination card. So, over the weekend, among other things, man, they had this big thing. It's like a wellness program. And they do it every year. I think they've done it over at the Duke Energy Convention Center. But this year they did it over by the banks, over by the Freedom Center. And so, you can go down there and get free. They have free produce, all kind of stuff that were kind of like samples. And then, of course, if you like it, then they want you to go buy the real thing. Man, it was set up all over, I guess that's 2nd Street. Over there by the banks, there's a street that runs from both stadiums, from Paul Brown Stadium to the Great American Ballpark. So that whole strip right there. And then if you go down a little further to where the bridge is, that was completely covered. I don't know on 1st Street. I don't know if that was. I didn't go down there. But it was hot as hell down there. It was hot. It was like Halloween's for adults. Everybody walking around with bags full of ish. And they had a Reds game and everything. It was super packed down there. Jenny writes, I read it as well. They didn't mention refund policies if someone tests positive on site. Ed writes, Typhoid Mary was isolated from the rest of society because she was a carrier of typhoid and no one batted an eye. Some people just country dumb. COVID is a universal health issue. I won't let a cow infect my whole herd. Same with humans. Okay, I think I understand that, Edward. Thank you for that. I think I understand. Lemmy writes, I just want people to be safe and live. Take necessary precautions. Mask, wash hands, distance, etc. Absolutely. Shiva writes, true, but you do not have a right to have access to my medical, your medical what? Medical file? I'm not sure what you're saying. You, like a medical, like your vaccination card, you're saying? People shouldn't have access to that? Maurice writes, businesses have a right to set their own rules for service. Absolutely correct, Amundo. And they do just that. They do just that. You try to go over to Rookwood and take your shirt off as a man and just walk in there with your t-shirt tucked into your pocket like it's the damn 80s, like you on the set of Stranger Things, and watch what happens. They're gonna say, sir, could you put a shirt on? We got a dress policy. And when you say, I'm about my rights, 1776, Statue of Liberty, this is wrong, they're gonna call the police if you don't leave. Simple as that. That's what I would do. Marisha writes, good morning. Hey, good morning to you, Marisha. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you in advance. Thank you for being here. I see you, Jesse. I see Dr. Umar Johnson's gonna be in Cincinnati, huh? Okay, September 26th. All right, where's he gonna be at? I don't see where. Oh, he's gonna be at Arts on the Ave. Okay, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. I guess they paid the $800 to have him come in. That'll be great. I haven't been down there. I've seen great things about him on Instagram. It's like an art studio plus it's like a bar. And they do a whole bunch of shit down there, man. So that'll be dope. That'll be dope. I'm sure it'll be the Sunday, September 26th. Doors open. Okay, I might come down. I might go down. It's over on Central Park Avenue. Like all parts of the city, man, is on the come up right now. All parts of it. You got new businesses propping up all over the city. Yeah, that's great. I like Dr. Umar Johnson. I think the brother is very, very tight. I think he's a very, very intelligent brother. Now, that shit with that school is something's not right with that. I mean, but two things can be true. Something's not right with the school. He's a very sharp, intelligent brother. Something ain't right. Thank you, Lemmy. Appreciate the like. Appreciate all the people that liked and shared today's show. I'm reading that Steph Curry's mother, Sonia, has filed divorce from Steph Curry's father. Yeah, so they're going to be getting divorced. That happens a lot, man. That marriage is a hard thing to keep intact, especially when you got a long-term marriage. That ain't no easy thing. And people, grow apart. It happens every single day. It happens. Hopefully both of them will still be happy, independent of one another. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different viewpoints about that as well. Everybody got different viewpoints about marriage. Some people are like, yeah, I want to be in it for life and I'm willing to do whatever I can. And some people are in it for as long as it feels good to them. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things happen in a relationship that become irreconcilable. It's some shit you just can't get over. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Good morning to you. He will be passing a plate for what now? Jericho writes $800. He's done expensive. Queen Maxine writes, this virus is a distraction from the central real crimes being plotted, period. Oh, so you think it's just a distraction, huh? Okay. A lot of non-mask wearing people were down there by the banks. How do we know how many people that don't wear a mask have had this vaccine? We have no idea. Edward writes, if people get offended because you ask them if they vaccinated and cite HIPAA 100% of the time, they ain't been vaccinated. You're probably right about that. Oh, okay. All right. I got to respond to some messages as soon as I get off the air today. Where we at here? Let me write, Miss Curry tired. She moving on. All the best for her and him. Absolutely. For all we know, she tired. You know, men can get, we always talking about how women get tired, but men get tired too. That's a two-way street. Maurice writes, excellent point, Nate, about marriage. Absolutely. Sharif L. Mickey. Please Google that name. He's your twin. Is that right? Sharif, what? Let me see. He's my twin. Let me see. Let me see here. I'm looking at the brother. You saying he's my twin? I don't see the similarities. I don't know. Let me look at myself here. Maybe I can see it around the nose, maybe. Yeah, maybe I can see it around the nose, and that's about it. I don't see it. Really? I don't see it. Y'all saying I look like this dude or this dude look like me? I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe it's the glasses. Maybe it's the glasses. Could be this. Gunfire and brawls as protest groups clash in Portland. I didn't get a chance to talk about this yesterday. No injuries are reported. You had two rival sides that went head to head in the streets. Y'all see this in Portland? You got far-right groups and left-wing groups. They were macing each other, even firing shots at each other over the weekend in Portland. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. What enough? What is going on, man? We are living in the last days. We truly are living in the last days. Jericho Rice, share your screen so we can see the picture too. Okay, you want to see this dude? I don't see the similarity, but okay. I don't see it at all, but I don't even know who this guy is. But okay, I'll put it up. Let me see if I can put it up for you real quick. You say you want to share the screen. I think that might be a better way of doing it, actually. Let me do it this way. Because that way I can put the screen up side by side. I think. I don't see it, but if that's what people say, that's what people say. People saying I look like this dude. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the similarity here, but I mean, you know, people see what they want to see. I don't see it. Whoever said that, I'm sorry. A pick with short hair. Okay. Tanika writes, it's a no for me. Susan writes, nah, I don't see it either. Lola writes, a pick with short hair. Susan writes, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Let me move that. Right. And it does. Akeem writes, little Buddha is your twin. Now, yeah, medium Buddha, get it right, because she'll check you in a second. I'm not little anymore, but medium Buddha, that is my twin, which would make sense because she's my biological daughter. You know what I'm saying? She's my biological daughter. Let me write, nah. See, I don't see it either. Maybe the nose might be simpler, but nah. Lola writes, oh, well, I guess I was loud and wrong. It happens. Brian writes, huh? Super no. Dude don't look like you. Nah, he don't look like me at all. I don't see it. Maybe the nose, but other than that, it's a whole different face going on. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything negative about the brother at all. I'm sure he know a lot of people that like it, but I ain't feeling it. Shantae writes, light skin version. That's the light skin version of me? No. Nah. Nah, you know, if there's anybody I look like, I share more of a resemblance to Ken Griffey Jr. Now, Ken Griffey Jr., I'll give you that. You used to say it about me, like, you like Ken Griffey Jr.? I'm like, nah, I don't see it. And I saw some images. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe a little bit. I can see that. I can see that more so. But that brother, not so much. Not to say anything negative about him. I'm sure he's got it going on in the minds of women out there. Similar beard cut, that's it. A little close shaven, yeah, maybe. Salt and pepper. Lola writes, yes, you do look like KGJ, yeah. I've heard that, man, even when I was younger. People were like, Ken Griffey Jr.? I'm like, no, man. No. Queen Maxine writes, just a little bit around the eyes. Susan writes, was that Samoa all black people look alike-ish? LOL, it could have been. I don't even know where that came from. It is what it is. Hey, Brent, you back, man. I just want you to know I was not stopping your posts inside the Friends page or that Facebook group. When I saw them, I made sure that I approved all of them. I looked over them. They all looked official to me. Facebook is, for whatever reason, flagged you. It wasn't me. It wasn't the admins with that group. It was Facebook. Facebook flagged you. And, you know, it is what it is. Did you hear about the radio host who regretted the vaccine skepticism? And then he died of COVID. A very conservative talk radio host. His name was Phil Valentine. Now, I never listened to Phil Valentine, but I was aware of him. I may have listened to maybe a couple minutes of his show over the years. But apparently, based out of Tennessee, he was a big vaccine skeptic until he was hospitalized with COVID-19 and he died. He worked at Nashville radio station Super Talk 99.7 WTN, and they confirmed his death over the weekend. Apparently, on air, he had been a vaccine skeptic. He was telling his listeners all of the skepticism and all about the conspiracy theories and why you shouldn't take it. Then he got the coronavirus, got real sick, and died. And apparently it happened very, very quickly. See, you never know with these kind of things. Some people have underlying issues or their immune system is not as strong as they think it is. They never had to deal with anything that compromised their immune system. They get COVID, it takes him out the game just like this. He had been a radio personality for 20 plus years. 20 plus years. Had a nationally syndicated radio show. COVID took him out just like that. It happens. It happens. He got moved to the critical care unit, and he told his brother that he wished that he had been more of a vocal advocate for the vaccination. Too late now, Phil. Too late now. See, I mean, speak your mind now. Like if you behind the microphone, speak your mind, do you, but you know, we'll see. Terry writes, you got that, you look like Richard Gant, Rocky V. Richard Gant? Look that up. Richard Gant, Rocky V? What am I looking at here? No, I fucking don't like him. The guy that was like the knockoff promoter in Rocky V? No, I don't. I don't think so. Maybe I do. I don't know. Is he still alive? He said Richard Gant, Rocky V. I'm not even gonna put that out. Pat writes, Nate, you look like your dad. Now, Pat, who knows my father, she's right about that. I do look like my father. The older I get, the more I look like him. She's right about that. I look like Nate. I look like Big Nate. Let me see. Anthony writes, exactly. You don't care until it hits home. TNT writes, I get restricted warning for sharing the show on certain platforms. Facebook better leave me the hell alone. Right. Like, why would you restrict somebody sharing it? Facebook is on again, it's their platform. They can do what they want to do. It is what it is. If I got a big problem with it, then I should leave. You know what I'm saying? TNT writes, don't play Russian roulette with your life. That's what it amounts to. Don't do it. Yeah, Phil Valentine out here spreading the whole conspiracy theories, and then he gets COVID, and there it is. Nate, apparently you need to bend your knees and wear some heels, and it's easy. Kaz is hilarious. That's all you got to do? That's it, huh? Just bend your knees and wear some heels. Well, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. That's interesting. Danita posted something back on August the 20th. I may talk about this on Friday. That's quite interesting. I might circle around and check that out. Good morning to you. Look, man, the time goes so fast. Post a pic, bro, from Rocky 5. Charles writes, Nate, you favor Jermaine Crutchfield. Y'all about the same height, too. Jermaine Crutchfield. Let me check out Jermaine Crutchfield. Let's see, images. Jermaine Crutchfield. Who is Jermaine Crutchfield? Really? I'm looking them up. There's so many names coming up here. It's hard to see. There's a whole lot of Jermaine Crutchfields out there. I don't know. How do we get on this? I don't know. I do not want to post a pic from Rocky. I'm going to tell you that much. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to. Good morning to you. Hey, listen, folks, it is always a pleasure to be with you. I wish you a tremendous Tuesday. Coming up at 9:30, I got business to take care of. I got a few phone calls to make, some things to check on. Have an excellent rest of your Tuesday. Make it a tremendous Tuesday. Go out and win today. Remember our motto: winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners. So stay focused and stay winning, and we'll talk real soon. I'm Nate Ivey, and I'm out.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand. I'm back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving.